Hey, Miss Ayanna Presley, I definitely need some help, but from experts. The German, they program my brain cells, at least since 1987, and after such long time, they still program in virtual reality movies and place them inside the dreaming cells. The last time they did that was in the morning of today, between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. And they use virtual reality movie, that type of movie. And, they kill my brain. I know that for sure. After such long time, there are things missing in my short memory, and their attempt is to kill me, because these computer Naziratten who run that machine, they don't want that anyone knows what kind of sadistic, torturing software programs they were able to execute inside my body. Like in 1991, when I was working at my working place, they stimulate me into deep sleep in the morning, and then they send a video inside my dreaming cells on my working place. That was in 1991. And in 1993, they took the decision to start torture me inside my sleeping cells. They kept me awake. They started in 1993. 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, 4 nights. I couldn't work anymore. I lost my work, and they forced me to live on Social Security, which means you always live in starvation condition. And in 1996, they tortured me into coma. That was not all. They also waterboarded me inside the virtual reality movies which they place inside my dreaming cells. I found myself in the water, in the swimming pool, and on the ground of that swimming pool I was observing a virtual fish. And then I noticed it's time for me to dive up to get some fresh air. But I never reached the level of fresh air, And they also stretch my body. They smash my knees on my chest, both at the same time. I hear myself screaming, painfully screaming. I never had such awful pain in my entire life, but no one in my neighborhood couldn't hear my voice, because that fucking Nazi crew also paralyzed my voice muscles. Those dirty Nazis, they also stimulate things in the genes which are not here, which doesn't exist, like on my tongue. That happened under the time of Boris Pistorius. Look at that. They stimulated us, and there are so many awful crimes they commit after that time. And I asked the police for help, but all the police and all the prosecutor in that country, they close all the cases. They don't investigate against that gain weapon Nazi crew from Germany. So perhaps you take some time, and even if you are busy, and they also rob the thinking cells, at least since they placed the first video inside my dreaming cells. That was in November 87, and when they took the decision to keep me awake. That was in 1993. I also had an American voice inside my hearing cells. He were talking. The time I spent some vacation in Adana, in Turkey. I hear an American man talking inside, and he tried to give me an order or an advice. He said precisely, close that door. And because of the things which were ongoing between 1987 and 1993, when he talks inside my head, I say, sorry, I don't take any kind of military order. What you got to do inside my hearing cells? And 2 days later, at the same place where I was invited by a family to stay there, to sleep there, he again sent a movie inside my dreaming cells, again a virtual reality movie. And I sit on the ground in a poor or dirty room, and I saw in front of me a gun, a revolver. I picked the revolver and pointed at my chest and shot me twice in my chest. In 1996, they also shoot machine gun bullets inside my dreaming cells. That was like a photo album. And each picture, I couldn't recognize one of those pictures. It was too fast. But each picture in that movie was a machine gun bullet. And about 5 hours later, I was bleeding out of my left ear. Yes. I wish those German computer Nazi read death sentence because they're killing my brain cells. And they have done so many awful crimes, war crimes. And they also manage to place the embedded mind without my knowledge into my son. You know, and then they declare me as mental sick because the police don't investigate against that military Naziratten. So give me some advice how to fight against that German computer Nazi crew, even if they work together on NATO level. You know, I can't stop them. They're torturing day and night inside my hearing cells. And they also terrorize through the air. They violate through the air. Yes. And when I see YouTube music videos, or news videos, or climate change videos, weather news, they also raping, get inside my home computer. And they know precisely what I'm looking, because they are winning images out of the visible cells. And they talk inside, the sound. And when I hear my music and I want to dance, they rape the lyrics and talk inside the frequency of the Bluetooth music, you know, day and night. And their attempt, of course, they don't want that anyone knows about Nazis' software programs and Nazis' minds, which they play secretly inside my body. You know, tell me what to do. Who's responsible? Who can help German citizens? When you are a victim of such heavy war crimes? I sent you that video on your email account.